Hello guys, I'm back. I am going to be doing a painting video today and also talking about tips or things that you should know before you go into college, because I just finished my freshman year, so I thought that it would be helpful if anybody's, just joining college or something like that. So, or if you just want to watch me paint and talk, then stick around because I'm going to be painting this. Let's just get into it. I also wrote my notes on my laptop, so if you see me looking at my laptop or down or whatever, that's what I'm referencing. Before I started filming this, I was watching Working Moms on Netflix because, please ignore this hair. I totally forgot about that show, but it's such a good show and it's pretty funny, and I don't know, it's a really good show on Netflix. And I finished it because each episode is like 20 minutes long, so I finished it super quick last year, I think, about maybe a little less than a year ago. And then I just logged onto Netflix and I saw that there was new episodes, so that's what I started watching. Here are all my notes. I already traced it. So it's a little fairy on a mushroom. I thought it was super cute. I found it on Pinterest. I knew I wanted to draw something with like fairies and mushrooms. So let me just find the original picture. I'll put it on the screen somewhere, but this is a picture that I'm gonna try to paint. Also, I am not an artist. I'm actually not good at painting at all, but I think it's fun and I haven't done it in a while. So I might as well do it while I talk about college. Okay, this is red, pink, brushes. I'm just gonna put tape around the main areas just so I don't go off the lines, because you cannot erase when you have paint. So I'm just gonna do that really quick and then I'll be back. By the way, this is what my setup looks like. That's where I'm putting the tripod, on those cardboard boxes, and then this is me. I just finished putting some tape around the mushroom part of the painting, just so I don't kind of go out of the lines, just in case. Better safe than sorry. Okay, first of all, textbooks. Don't buy them new. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Do not buy them new, and do not buy them used. If you buy them new, they are going to be the most expensivest textbooks you have ever bought in. If you buy them used, they're still pretty expensive. However, you can't give them back to anybody unless you resell them, and if you resell them, you're not going to be able to resell them at the same price you bought them. And they're just going to be laying around in your room, and you're only going to need that textbook for the class that you take. You're only taking that class for like a semester, so the book will be useless after a couple months. And yeah, so don't buy them new or don't buy them used. What I recommend is if you rent them, like you can rent them on Amazon. That's what I did my first semester. I mean, it worked. You just send them back and you don't have any of that extra weight on you after that class is done. So I also recommend that. But a more little illegal option is not illegal, but like, I don't know, it's kind of sketchy, I guess. There's this website called like IBS. I don't know, it's something like that. That website gives you textbooks in a PDF version for free. So my first semester, I rented them on Amazon, and I did spend like not that much money, so I did save money. But my second semester, I didn't buy any textbooks except for like one, but we needed it for an assignment, so I had to buy it. There is that website that you can, what's it called? And you have the textbook on there on your laptop for as long as you need. You don't need like a free trial or anything. It's super simple, so I highly recommend that if you are okay with using textbooks like on your laptop and stuff, or if you really want like hands-on studying, then I would just rent them. But for me, I don't know, I like going paperless. I feel like it's much more easier to keep track of your stuff and you don't need to lose them. So that's what I have to say about textbooks. So my next tip is to keep a to-do list. Those are extremely helpful. There's different forms that people use. For example, there's a planner. People just have like sticky notes, which I really don't recommend sticky notes. They can just get lost anywhere, and I don't recommend sticky notes. What I recommend is either having a planner or a to-do list app on your like phone or laptop. So I have used both My first semester, I used a planner because I was so motivated to do all these things and I wanted to write everything down and document everything. Eventually, I kind of just stopped and I kind of got lazy and just didn't go in my backpack and open the planner and write stuff down. I did use it for like a very large portion of my classes, but sometimes you just forget about it. So then I eventually switched to this app called Wonderlust. It's an app on your phone or laptop. I have it on my laptop and I'm pretty sure you can get it on your phone too. And you can categorize your list of what you need to do, like work, family, anything like that. When you check it off, it makes a satisfying ding noise. So I don't know, that's what I always looked forward to. It was honestly the most satisfying sound ever. I started switching to that and it was just so much easier to keep track of everything because all my assignments were on my laptop. So everything was in one place for me instead of, you know, papers being everywhere. I just feel like I kind of get overwhelmed by that. If you're a procrastinator and you keep to-do lists or, you know, get a planner or something, it's really gonna help you just keep track of everything and not turn in assignments late, in my opinion, because you can put the importance of a task that you put in the app, like in Wonderlust, you can be like, this is very, very important, and it'll keep reminding you daily or whatever. You can customize it to whatever you want. This brings me to my next point, which is do not procrastinate. Do not procrastinate. If you were a procrastinator in high school, that's got to go. First of all, if you procrastinate in college, you're gonna be so stressed. And to be honest, there's really no reason to procrastinate unless there's like a surprise assignment, because all of your professors give you, well, they're supposed to give you a syllabus. And like the first day of class or even before the first day of class, they'll email it to you or post it on their website. That syllabus has all of your due dates on it and every single assignment, literally everything you need to refer to for that class, it's on your syllabus. So what I recommend doing, I didn't do this, but I did it a little later on, which I should have done it when I first got my syllabus. But when you first get your syllabus and you get home, just take them all and transfer them into your planner. It's just gonna save you time and you're just gonna feel a lot more organized and less stressed about when the bigger assignments start coming your way. You're gonna know because you've been prepared for it this whole time. Now, my third point, your schedule is important. First of all, schedule your classes back to back. Don't have big breaks in between. I would say no more than like an hour and a half. Don't do 3 hours because you're just gonna end up sleeping in the library. Trust me, I did that. I even told myself, no, you're gonna get this assignment done, because I was so tired. And I told myself, okay, you're gonna get this assignment done, you're gonna study in the library during this break, you're gonna be so productive, it's gonna be so good, and you're gonna have so much free time when you get home. And you can focus on other things when you get home. And then I started studying, and then I started getting tired, and then I just fell asleep. So, don't schedule big breaks in between. I would say an hour and a half-ish around that time period, because that gives you time to eat lunch, or if you like have to go do something in between classes, that's the perfect amount of time. You really don't need more than an hour and a half. And also breaks are very important too. I'm not saying don't schedule any breaks. For example, I had a public speaking class. Not good. I don't like public speaking. My hands were shaking the paper whenever I presented, but actually towards the end of class, I stopped doing that. So I did get better, but I would never take that class again. That class started at like 11, so I had time in the morning to prepare. When I drove to school, I commute, by the way, and when I drove to school, I would just repeat my speech over and over in the car. I sacrificed singing to all my playlists. Those speeches are very important in that class. Like, that's literally all you do. I would just practice the speeches on my way to class, and it would help me, you know, like calm down before my actual speech. And that was my first class of the day, so if it was like, my things are being weird. If it was like maybe the last class of the day or towards the end of the day, oh my gosh, I would die just thinking about it. I would probably have anxiety all day. Because I'd be so nervous. So just get it over with. Literally get it over with, and you feel so much better afterwards. Another thing that I have about classes and schedules is don't schedule a late class unless you have to, or unless you're working during the day or something like that. I didn't even have a really late class. It started at like 7-ish, I think, or 6, something like that, and I got out around 8-ish. But it's just, you're just tired, and you're not gonna stay up and do work when you get home at like 9 or 10. You know, you're gonna take a shower and go to sleep. If you have the chance, just get your classes done in the first part of the day and go home, and you're gonna have so much time to do all your homework and everything. I am zooming through this so fast. I'm just gonna take a break and finish painting this mushroom, and then I'll be back to talk about my other points. Also, this is what I have so far. I didn't get far. Okay, this painting is taking way longer than I thought, and I wanted it to turn out good, but I also want to get this over with, so I probably won't finish the painting today. So my second thing that I wanted to talk about, not second, I don't even know what point this is, but I think my fourth or fifth point is don't eat out every day, okay? I know your school probably is gonna have Panda Express and In-N-Out and Starbucks and just all these yummy restaurants with a lot of grease. I know my school has healthy options and vegan, vegetarian, all that stuff, but if you eat out every day, let's say you're a full-time student and you go to school 5 times a day, okay, and you eat out every day, you're gonna be spending about $80 a month on food, if I did the math right. And that's a lot if you add it up for your whole semester or year there, okay? I'm not saying to never eat out, but at least pack yourself a lunch or something, make yourself a wrap, throw some cheese and crackers in a Tupperware, make yourself a sandwich, just something so that you're not always spending money every day, because trust me, that's gonna add up. But you can still eat out if you want. I'm just saying don't do it every day if you want to spend money. Another thing, me pointing to the board, just kidding. Don't sit in the back of your class. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? If you sit in the back of the class, then you're gonna be surrounded by people who are editing their DJ soundtracks and iMessaging their best friend about the tea that happened in their last class. And you're gonna be distracted and you're not gonna be able to learn. You're there to learn, and it's just not good, trust me. My point being, sit in the front because it's actually gonna help you get a better grade and it'll force you to pay attention. For example, if you're bad at math, like me, sit in the front of the class. It'll help you learn the ideas that they're teaching better, and you know, it'll just probably most likely improve your grade if you sat in the front than sitting in the back, if that makes sense. So this brings me to my last point, and it's make friends, okay? Whoever you're sitting next to, just ask them for their number, because if you have an assignment that is due and you have a question or just anything that you need from that class and you know your professor is not answering, because most professors are actually really good at answering their emails, but some of them just take forever to answer, and sometimes your questions are time sensitive, okay? They need to be answered ASAP, and most likely your classmates and peers will respond back pretty fast. Just get their numbers. Like for me, I had like 2 girls in my math class, and we just have each other's numbers saved in case we ask each other questions and stuff. It's just super helpful to have, especially when you have like no contact information besides your professor and it's just like a simple question, then it's pretty helpful. That's all I had for my advice. I'm sure I have a lot more, but honestly I thought that was enough advice. I hope you enjoyed this video and watched me paint, a little paint and talk moment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what activities have you been doing. For example, me doing paintings. So I'm just gonna finish this painting up and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, so I kind of finished the painting. Not really, I didn't draw a face. It's actually not fully done, but it is in a better spot than I was when I ended the video. So this is it. I don't know why the mushroom looks all weird. I'm not gonna finish it today because it's already really late. That's the end of the video and an update on my painting. Hope you guys like my third grade level of paint skills. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.